Well, today I'll be speaking about gun control or the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment. The gun control is a very controversial topic to many. There are some people that are very against it, and there are some people who are very for it. It is a very hard thing to try to prove one way or another because it's just a form of preference on how you interpret it. Most gun control controversy is the thought that it restricts the Second Amendment, which could be interpreted as being unconstitutional. It would be very unconstitutional to restrict the amendment just because there are people out there that do not know how to use guns the right way. Some gun control is acceptable, such as if you're a convicted felon, you should not be able to own or purchase a firearm. There's no reason why pistols may be barred from anyone with a police record. That is a good gun control law, but some that are being proposed are not. Laws like taking the right to have a concealed weapon, that would be very dumb because it is not only would be restricting the amendment, but it would be losing a feeling of safeness and protection of law-abiding citizens. The right to bear arms basically means having the right to bear or carry a firearm. And carrying a firearm like a pistol or handgun is a very reasonable example. There are some specific guidelines nowadays on what and how it can be worn as a concealed weapons for defense. Because of gun control that promotes public safety but not in excess is okay. Things like carrying a firearm for protection or having firearms for sports is not anything that should be restricted just because of people out there that do wrong things. Because of those people, other people freak out and want every gun in the country gone just because somebody was killed by somebody with a gun. That is the most worst idea you can get from that to be going on. One of the most famous quotes opposing that is, "Guns don't kill people, people kill people." The gun is nothing but a weapon that is used. There are lots of more things like knives and cars that can be used to kill somebody. People don't complain about having a pocket knife, and a knife can kill you just as fast as a gun can. One big point how full gun control would not work is that if you restrict guns to nobody, the only people that would have guns are outlaws. If guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns. And if outlaws are the only one with guns, that would leave you feeling very unsafe and unprotected. Also, firearms used for sporting is also a big reason why there should not be very strict gun control laws. If no guns are around, then the states would lose lots of money. Florida, on one hand, relies a lot on its in and out of state hunting licenses for state funds. If hunting is no longer an importer of money, then the states will lose funds, which will make everybody in the state lose money. Sporting firearms are and should always be something that can be owned by a person free of police background. Hunting is one of America's pastimes and one of the most bonding experiences that can be felt. If hunting is removed because of strict gun control laws, then a pastime of many American citizens trying to have fun and keep a tradition going would be lost. For lots of people, hunting is like a sport, like football or baseball is to others. They are addicted to it, they are addicted to watching it, and are addicted to preparing for it. To some, if you get rid of firearms, it would be like getting rid of a football or baseball bat, which means you are removing the part that is most important to the sport. There's lots of logic in moderate gun control, as I mentioned earlier. Just like any other topic, there are those that are strongly for it and those that are strongly against it. Then there are those that are right in the middle that really do not speak their mind and let it take groups devoted to a given issue have, on average, stronger views than that of an issue of a non-member and casual supporter in the general population. You have the right to protect yourself when no law official is around. The police will not be always there to protect you, and when they are not is when you are most vulnerable. As a member and supporter of NRA, I believe that the gun control we have at this moment is all we need. The current laws are perfect to keep it safe, such as a waiting period for purchasing a pistol, licenses to concealed firearm, no fully automatic weapons unless they are Army relics or that are passed down or collected, and convicted felons cannot purchase or own firearms. Putting more pressure on severe gun control would just promote the bulking of firearms, which would be more dangerous in the long run, because those who want guns for bad things would just get more guns because they're afraid the government would not allow them to purchase more in the long run. There are many instances that have been shown how having such gun laws help keep the general public safe. There are all kinds of sites and magazines that feature stories that have shown having guns keep people safe and keep them happy. Without guns, we would be helpless against those who have guns, no matter how they got them. Even if government put strict gun control laws in effect, there would never be get all firearms, because if they were to take the guns, they would be infringing on the 14th Amendment. Thank you for listening to my preference on gun control laws and the Second Amendment.
Finish?